Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to build a push-pull legs upper-lower split live on camera. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, I'd love to work with you. I have a special going on right now through the end of the year, $6.99 for a year of coaching. And don't forget, every Friday, Massive Iron Live. I'm here 11 a.m. Eastern answering your questions. All right. So I was asked to do a push-pull legs upper-lower split live on camera. Now, in the Massive Iron world, I really don't do upper-lower splits or a fine split. It's just not something I believe is the best way to do things. In the Massive Iron world, we do what's called an upper posterior. Instead of doing 2 leg days a week, we break things up into an upper posterior. So upper is chest, shoulders, and arms, and posterior is legs and back. That way you don't just have 2 leg days a week. This makes a little bit more sense and is a little bit more enjoyable. Now, I've never built one of these before, so I'm going to build one live on camera. If you want the PDF, check out the link down below. All right, let's dive in. The hard part is just basically going to be slicing and dicing things with your shoulders, your chest, your legs, and your back to make everything fit. So we could kind of start with legs here. Let's just kind of put in squats. The protocols I'm going to put in are just conventional Massive Iron stuff. Use whatever set and rep ranges you want. If you want 3x5s, if you want something crazy, a 20 rep squat, whatever. Just put in whatever you want. I'm going to show you what I would put in basic Massive Iron stuff. And here, we're going to start off leg day with squat threes. The threes protocol is basically something you can do about 7 reps with on your first set. Then you're going to drop weight 10% and do a second set and drop weight again 10% and do a third set. All sets are for max safe quality reps. Now, assuming you're a deadlifter, we're going to need to sneak deadlifts in. So we're going to sneak that in posterior day. We're going to do the deadlift threes or the 10-minute deadlift protocol. And if you guys don't know what any of these are, check out the PDF down below. It's going to include all the notes. I'll add those in when I'm done. So we have the big hitters in for posterior. We have in our squats, and remember our posterior day is going to be legs and back. Let's put in our big hitters for upper body, our bench press and our overhead press. When it comes to overhead press, it doesn't matter the variation, seated, standing, military, push press, whatever. Use the variation you like. Now here, I'm going to put in the bench press on push day. You can put it in on the upper day if you want. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just going to kind of space out bench press and squats and deadlifts here because they're the big three and they're our obsession as power builders. Upper day, we're going to lead with, I put in pin press a lot because I like this. You can use, again, military press or any seated or standing variation. We'll put in the threes protocol. So we have our 4 big lifts in place. Now, pull day, because we have deadlifts in the mix, we can decide whether we want to do dumbbell rows 3x10 or maybe Pendley rows 3x8. So we'll put those in as the lead big hitter on pull day. Those are big, beefy, challenging exercises. We want something to lead off pull day that's super challenging. So we'll go with one of these movements. Now on our posterior day, we're going to alternate between back and legs, back and legs. So, all right, now we're going to fill out our back work a little bit. I'm going to put in probably pull-ups here. And if you can't do pull-ups, just insert another back exercise. Again, rep ranges don't really matter. And on our second pull day, we're going to do lat pull downs, 3x12 or bulldozer. And again, bulldozer is a rest pause protocol. You can find that in the workout notes, and it's all over my channel. So if you don't know what it is, just search it. So we'll put in seated cable rows as well. Seated cable rows, 3x12 or bulldozer, rest pause protocol. And then we're going to work in like a machine row. There's plenty of machines. We're looking at doing this in a commercial gym. You can put in machine rows, 3x12 or bulldozer. If any of these don't work for your home gym, pull-ups, you could work in inverted rows. You could work in the Meadows row, which is a single arm row at home. A lot of different back variations to work in here, but we're filling out our back work. We got our big 4 compounds in place. We're filling out our back work. Let's just kind of keep rolling. Now, typically in the massive iron world, we do some bicep work and tricep work on our upper day. So we're going to have a biceps exercise and a triceps exercise here. And it doesn't matter which you plug in first. It really doesn't matter the order. We're going to put in another biceps exercise here on our pull day and maybe round off with a traps exercise just to squeeze in some traps work. So what I'm going to do is I'll put in like dumbbell curls. You could even do week 1 dumbbell curls, week 2 hammer curls if you wanted to work in some variation. And here we're going to work in barbell or easy bar curl. Doesn't really matter. Or you can rotate week in and week out, your variation of choice. So we have 2 exercises in for biceps. If you want to add another one in, you could. Here for traps, we'll do like, we'll just kind of plug in power shrugs. There's a lot of different variations in the massive iron world you could use. You could use a 5+5s protocol if you're familiar with that. You could do power shrug hell. Now let's look at triceps a little bit. We want to squeeze in a little bit more triceps work. So let's just kind of temporarily pencil in some triceps work here, and we'll fill out the rest of chest and shoulders and come back to triceps. So on the push or upper days, we're going to basically have chest and shoulders both days. I think it makes sense to alternate between chest and shoulders on any given day. So on your push day, you're starting with bench press. On your upper day, you're starting with pin press, right? So we're going to go in here and we're going to put in seated dumbbell overhead presses. 3x10, whatever the rep range doesn't matter. You can do 3x12. You can do Arnold presses there if you want. And here we're going to put in, just because we want that upper chest focus a little bit, incline dumbbell bench press, 3x10. You can do flat bench, you can do decline, doesn't really matter. Just put in your bench press exercise of choice. Now here I'm going to sneak in the barrel press 3x12. So we have on upper day, we have a overhead press and a chest variation. We're going to put in another shoulder focused lift here, and then we're moving to the barrel press. If you don't know what the barrel press is, again, check out the notes. I've talked about this. Basically, it's a movement like it's half fly, half press, where you keep your palms facing one another and you control and lower it down till you get a slight chest stretch, and then you press back up. So we have a chest exercise, We're going to work in side laterals. Doesn't matter. Do the shoulder exercise you want here. We're going to do 3x12 or bulldozer. You could put in upright rows. You could put in anything really. Bulldozer laterals, the variation, the single arm variation. So we have that filled out. And we're going to come over here and we're going to do a machine chest press, 3x12 or bulldozer, which again is rest pause. And we'll work in another machine here just because we want to balance things out between dumbbells, barbells, and machines. We're doing the power builder thing. We're also doing the bodybuilder thing, which is the same thing. We're doing a lot of things. Here we're going to put in the JM press. You can put in whatever triceps exercises you want. I happen to like the JM press. It's basically almost like a close grip. You're going to let your elbows open a little bit and lower the weight towards your neck. The goal isn't to hit your neck, but to lower towards your neck and then press back up. So you're kind of pressing like this. The goal isn't how deep you get it or to crush your neck or to end your existence or anything ridiculous. So just be smart and let the elbows open naturally. And then we'll do like a cable triceps extension, 3x12 or bulldozer. And then we have room for another triceps exercise. One of my favorites is the seated triceps press down. And if you don't have that machine at your gym, do something else. There's a million other triceps exercises. You have French press, you have whatever. We're just going to pencil something in for the sake of example. Seated triceps, press down. We'll do 3 by 15. I love volume on these. Doesn't really matter. You can do 3 by 12. All right, so you can see the push and the upper day are pretty much the same thing. Because we move back to posterior day, and this is going to burst some of your bubbles, but this is just a smart way to program. This is how I would do things in the massive iron world. I just don't like having 2 leg days a week, and push pull legs and then upper lower. So we're going to break it up in the massive iron way, and just provides good opportunities for balance. Now, on our pull day, we're lacking a little bit. We have some curly whirlies, we have some shrugs, we have some room for another back exercise. We have machine rows, and we have pull-ups, we have deads. We got a pretty good, decent variation. So one thing we could do would be a lat-focused row. This is something I've been doing lately with dumbbells. You can use a little bit lighter dumbbells on this exercise, and you pull down, you pull your elbow more towards your hip, and you can feel your lats a little bit more than you can on a dumbbell row. Obviously, when we're doing a dumbbell row, we're trying to drive the elbow back and feel the upper back and the lat, but we're doing a little bit more of a lat focused row here. You can even do a chin up if you wanted to, or you could do an undergrip lat pull down. You could do really any back exercise you want, T-bar rows, a chest supported row, a seal row. It doesn't matter. Again, we're just using these as an example. We'll put DB in here just so we know it's a dumbbell. So we have pretty much everything in. We have our chest, we have our shoulders, we have our arms, we have our back. Now we got to kind of flush out legs, and this is where things can get a little bit challenging because we don't want to have too much leg work in here to the point where we can't really walk. A dedicated leg day is pretty challenging. So you're obviously going to need a rest day. We're assuming you're going to run this program over the course of 7 days. So you're going to need a couple of leg days. I would rest after legs and rest after posterior. Let's put in hack squats. Not everybody has a leverage squat. You could use a belt squat. You could use whatever. Here we'll put in a leg press, 3 by 12 or bulldozer. Again, like I said, you could put in a belt squat. You could put in a Smith machine squat. We'll put that in just for fun. Some of my clients use the Smith squats and are doing really well with them. So we'll put that in as an option. And then we need some stuff for hammy whammies. So we can do dumbbell RDLs. You can do barbell RDLs if you want. I don't like to overwork them, so we'll put in 2 sets, and we'll put in our leg curly whirlies over here. So you can see on posterior, we have back focus, leg focus, back focus, leg focus, and back focus. Here we have quads, hammies. Then we're going to end up with another leg exercise. We'll round off with leg extensions, 3 by 12 or rest pause. And then over here, we have a pretty brutal start to this day. So we're probably going to work in abs of choice. Abs, just do whatever abs exercise you want. We'll put calves of choice. If you don't like to do calves, do an extra ab exercise. If you don't like to do either of them, just do another leg exercise if you want that brutality. So here we have 1 slot left for our legs. We could do lunges, 3 by 10 each leg, or you could do Bulgarians or anything else you like. So that's it, guys. That's it. A quick and dirty way of programming a push-pull legs upper posterior. Basically, in the massive iron world, the push and the upper are going to be the same thing, or they're going to boil down to be the same thing. And you can see we have a dedicated pull day, a dedicated leg day, and the posterior, which rounds out the week with some brutality on deadlifts and leg press. This is a very challenging workout. It's leg intense, it's back intense, and you got a lot of big, beefy presses. This is going to make you big. This is going to make you strong. And if you back this up with rock solid nutrition and a quality bulk, you are going to gain the mass and strength you want the massive iron way. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.